I was in the university in my own city, so I didn't have to go somewhere live alone. I was living with my parents or eventually, you know, girlfriend. So I was never 100% in a position where I was suffering from the lack of funds to sponsor my food, because I always had food and really good chefs doing the food. But I did go plenty of times to the mess hall for students, and the food there wasn't bad at all. In fact, I enjoyed so much going there because it was like, it was a student thing to do. It was a new experience, plus the food was not bad. It's just the problem that I personally had was, like, you don't know what is gonna be on the menu, and you need to wait sometimes so fucking long to get served. I mean, it's self-service, but you have to stand in line, and there can be like 100 people in front of you. So it can be a very long process and boring. And then you get there and you realize that it's all the food that you absolutely hate on the menu that day, and you're like, what the fuck am I even gonna eat? Those are the parts which I didn't like about it. But yeah, I mean, I had options, so it wasn't bad. But there are some people who were from the other part of the country and they didn't have that much money to spend on fast food or anything else, restaurants and stuff. They absolutely had to go to these mess halls and spend as least amount of money they can. And if the food was shit there, and it wasn't, but if it was, yeah, I can imagine that would be a depressing, really, really depressing period. 457 millimeters. Just like Kremlin. Just like Georgia. Leroy Special Tactics. Well, I would recommend people going Two Brothers middle. They just have to know how to do it. You don't just YOLO into the enemy base and be like, yep, Flambas told me it's okay. No. It's a push-pull kind of thing. And you have to wait. You have to wait. Is it worth it? Considering I invested this ship in this tier, in this matchmaking. Jesus, that hurt. Considering I invested this, what am I getting in return? What is the enemy investing to keep me away from their base? Is it worth it? Am I investing too much and not getting much out of it? Is the enemy holding me back with minimum investment or no investment? Am I pulling more than I invested? Am I doing it successfully? Am I doing it unsuccessfully? Can I kill something? Can I make myself useful? You know, just being in the middle can be enough sometimes, but sometimes you're gonna have to do a lot more than just being there to make it worth. I would very much love to turn right now, but I can't. HE. Oh my god. God will forgive you one day, Kremlin. Oh, that carry is so dead. Salem worth it? I would never go for Salem next to Des Moines, but yeah, it's not a bad ship. Okay, I'll repair this one fire because I don't feel like I am in any sort of danger. It will be like, what, 60-second fire or something like that. I'm not detected, I'm in a smoke screen, I'm behind the island, I'm hydroed, I'm gonna get set on permafire. Shit. This guy wasn't hydroing before, so I was hoping he wasn't gonna hydro now. And now I'm gonna get set at least twice on fire, right? Yeah, that's one.
The ship is on fire.
I mean, I could be burning then or I could be burning now. There's not much of a difference. Curry's gonna be dead soon. So it's not too bad. But these are isolated situations where not many people can shoot you. So it might even be worth it sometimes to repair one fire to save some HP. Ah, shit. I thought he was gonna turn more. He's fast and he is turning and... Ah, just one. Okay, we're gonna use one heal. What did we lose? We lost Kurfürst and Smolensk. How do you lose Kurfürst and Smolensk already? Jesus. The problem I have here is what can I do to Kremlin? Difference between DM and Salem? Des Moines has longer range radar and it lasts longer. Even though Salem was supposed to get buffed, the radar range is still going to be shorter, but duration is going to be longer. So they're going to be kind of similar in duration. I don't know if it already happened or not. Des Moines can have a legendary module, which gives it really good maneuverability. You know, really good acceleration, which Salem doesn't. But Salem gets a super heal in comparison to Des Moines' regular heal. So in a straight up fight, in a straight up open fight, Salem is stronger. But when it comes to maneuverability and danger to DDs, Des Moines is better. $85,000 damage, and we didn't lose that much of our ship yet. Not bad. Just wish I could do more. Oh, we can lob. Perfect. There were 6 of us here, and now our gearing made sure that it's only 5 of us. Great. And there's 5 of them here. So it's not a really bad thing that we're not going YOLO. However, on the other side, there's only 3 of us against 5 of them. So we are gonna have to go ham here and hope to do something. And now that the Kremlin and Kurfürst are pushing, I'm gonna go in as well. I don't have much hope that we're actually gonna break them here, 5v5. Maybe, who knows? But we have to try something. Other side is absolutely going to lose eventually. So this is the side that needs to win. And then cap A and pressure B, keep C, and so on. I think the Kremlin is finally realizing that he is in trouble, that he got caught. And while they're butchering Kremlin, we're going to try and butcher their Kremlin. Hope we take out theirs in return as soon as possible as well. Venezia and Kabalos are already running away. They know the side is getting pushed and might fall, and now they don't want to risk. Problem here is this Kremlin is gonna force us to give him broadside, or he's gonna ram us. I was hoping the Kurfürst was going to go on the left, so that I can go on the right. But now we're both on the right, so we have to kill him in a straight up gunfight. Which is horrible.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Kremlin outplayed us so hard. Oh, and now he's getting a heal too. Great. My guns are not gonna be reloaded on time.
The ship is on fire.
This is truly ridiculous. One Kremlin took two 10 battleships down, basically. Horrible. Horrible trade. Really fucking horrible trade. The only thing we have going for us is we managed to kill the Kaba, we pushed the Venezia out, so it's 3v3, and I'm butchering one of their cruisers. It's gonna be one-on-one with the battleship, eventually. Maybe. But I have to turn in, and hope Bulgon doesn't have a gun reload booster activated, or I'm fucked. Just gonna reload anyway. Come on, turn. Okay. Alright. Would be nice to kill Salem, and then it's just Venezia and Burgon. If I can get close enough to Burgon, I might be able to kill him. Luckily for us, we are... Oh, that was way too low. Fuck, I pulled the trigger slightly too soon. He's turning in, so... Might be enough. Yep. Okay. Now he's charging me. Okay, so he's gonna go for the drive-by, which I could absolutely lose. Absolutely. But I have to accept it. Let my secondaries do the work.
The ship is on fire. All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Fucking Salem. Making already bad situation worse. Oh, I think I got him. Oh yeah. Okay, Venezia finished him. I could go for the ram,
Solved, sir.
but I don't know how good of an idea that is. It's a trade where they're still gonna have 3 battleships left and we're not. I don't know. Because when he blows up my broadside, I'm absolutely fucked. I know that much. That's the problem I have here.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, he is gonna go for the ram? No? There we go. Alright. He couldn't do a good drive-by, so I accepted not getting rammed. He tried to dodge, which I can appreciate. Slap him like that.
Battle ends
slap them with front turrets. Okay, never mind. Don't do shit with front turrets. Now I gotta turn. No fucking blue lining. Disgusting. And he did.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Alright!
Our team has taken the lead.
Alright!
That's all, sir.
I hate having blue line advantage, but in this particular situation, blue line didn't give me any advantage whatsoever. He died right after I entered, and he didn't shoot. 396 secondary hits, 3.2, 3.3 million potential, high caliber, 242,000 damage, 2 kills. Not bad. Not bad. Stream crashed, so I apologize if you already answered. I didn't. Is there some kind of expected damage depending on class and tier? Something like 50k for BBs at tier 5, 60k at tier 6, and so on? Or is it dependent on matchups and map? It is. I mean, it's unwritten. It's like you kind of get it with experience, but you could equal it to what are you doing? Jesus. You could equal it to tier plus 1-0 if you're a battleship. But if you're a battleship, it would be nice if you are the tier that you are, you add a 0 and then you add additional 10k, for example. So if you're tier 8, like 90k damage for a BB, that would be really good. If you're a tier 9, at least 100k. If you're a tier 10, at least 110, 120k. I would say like 150k, but sure, 110, 20 can do. Tier 7, if you can get like 80k, not bad. Tier 6, if you can get like 70k, not bad. Tier 6, 70, yeah, tier 5, 60k. Yeah, I guess. Like, you add another 0 plus maybe 10k, and then you know you're doing pretty good. If you're a cruiser, depends. It really depends. And if you're a DD, then you can go like tier minus 10k. Of course, if you're tier 2, that... Yeah, I mean, there's no destroyer in tier 1, so tier 2... Yeah, I guess that would be fine. Like 10k, 20,000 damage, but you're expected to get some decaps and caps and do some damage to DDs, but nothing has a lot of HP there, so that's fine. Tier 3 would... It gets harder when you get like in higher tiers, because sometimes you're all about scouting, smoking, fighting DDs. You don't get to do a lot of damage, so 50, 60k can feel a lot more than it actually... it can be a lot more than it actually felt. Sometimes it can be top of your scoreboard, top of your team with just 50, 60,000 damage even in a tier 10. Because you shot some planes, you did some damage to DDs, you had a lot of caps, you had a lot of decaps, scouting and stuff like that. But yeah, I would generally go like, whatever you're playing, try to score at least equal amount of damage when you add a 0. So, for example, tier 7, 70k, regardless of which class you play. Cruisers are like somewhere in the middle. Battleships, you try to go over it. DDs, it can be acceptable if you're a bit under it. That would be like, from my experience, general unwritten rule about that.